What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Chocolate252. If you caught the video that I posted last night, you saw that I went out to Middleton, Ohio, to a power station gym, and I actually went out there for the Simplify fundraiser for the Marine vets that are disabled. The power station gym was pretty dope. It's like a MMA slash gym slash whatever, mixed martial arts, whatever. It's pretty dope out there, but I mainly went out there because one of the people that was making a guest appearance was Chris Jones with PumpChasers, and a lot of you know that I definitely follow Chris Jones. I started out, still do, following CT Fletcher and Kelly Muscle and Mike Rashid. Still big fans of theirs, but you know how it is with CT and Kelly. They're pretty much grab the heaviest thing in the gym and just throw it around until you can't lift it anymore. And that's the path that I was on before. So then I came across Chris Jones videos, and he pretty much does, I'm not gonna say he does the same exact thing, but he has a more disciplined, structured way of like, okay, if you want nice delts, front delts, rear delts, this is what you gotta do. You want your quads to stick out, you want your calf, you want nice calves, you want nice biceps, you want this is what you have to do. Stay disciplined, blah blah blah. And I was watching Physiques of Greatness when I met him, yesterday. I was like, dude, I was watching you when you were buying that protein from Walmart. And he was like, yeah, that was a minute ago, but I just let him know, like, man, I really appreciate you. Like I'm still a faithful fan of yours, man, because you definitely, you be dropping, you drop gems on you, like it's basic, it's regular stuff. It's just like, he breaks it down for you where it's common sense, like, or not common sense, but he breaks it down to you where you can understand it and it makes sense too. He speaks your language, if that makes sense. He speaks my language, so I can understand it. But anyway, I ended up meeting Mark Lobliner, I think it's Lobliner, that owns Tiger Fitness. That I was like, man, that was dope. That was super dope. And there was a lot of other guys that are on YouTube, guys that throw around weights and stuff, that have YouTube channels. I couldn't think of their names. I seen their faces, but I couldn't think of their names, of course, because I don't follow them like that, but I seen their faces. They were in there. I was just like, I had a good time. It took me about two hours and like 40 minutes to get there, maybe. It was pretty dope. If they do it again next year, I'll definitely go do it. It was dope. Like, I guess that sense of what people say, starstruck. Well, yeah, I guess you could say I was, because it was like, man, I seen this dude online for the longest time. I was still in the Army, and I seen Chris Jones, but at the time I wasn't lifting weights when I was in the Army. It was like running all the time, so it was more or less push-ups, sit-ups, and doing your runs, you know what I mean, or however you want to do it, rep marches. But when I got out, I was trying to find myself again. But anyway, but yeah, I think I guess starstruck, because I was like, I didn't even know what to say. First thing I could think of, I just think, I'm like, man, I was like, man, just keep doing what you're doing, bro. Like, there's people like me that like look forward to the videos dropping, and looking for that guidance on what I should hit, my weak points. That's a big thing. I'm no professional by no means. When I weightlift, I still have a long way to go. Like in my head, I have goals I have to hit, but then there's people that look at me like, man, what are you doing? All of this, and I'm like, they looking at me like I'm good, but in my head, I'm looking up to Michael Hearn and Phil Heath. I'm looking at them, and, you know, like Kai Green. I'm looking at them like I'm trying to be like stupid, savage. I'm trying to be a beast walking around here. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's in due time. But I had to realize that people like Chris Jones, I think he started when he was like 18, 19 years old, and he's like, no worries, I'll wait. Okay. People like Chris Jones he started out when he was like 19. I guess he's like 30 years old. Sorry if I'm adding a year or two to your age right now, big homie, but I think he's about 30 or 31. So he's been working out ever since then. So of course he's gonna look as savage as he is. And I got out of the Army January 2016, and I started hitting the weights hard. Not shit, maybe a few months after that, but I got set back because I had shoulder surgery. Healed from that, then I had knee surgery. Healed from that, and then I started feeling bad about myself. I was drinking energy drinks, sitting around, man, eating whatever I wanted, and then of course I came across CT Fletcher's videos again, and he told me to change my pamper, get up off the couch, and stop being a fat slob. So that's what I did, and I laid off of alcohol and stuff too. That's how I got those gains, and I was all of 2016, man. I was doing 2-a-days. I was going to college too. I was going to the University of Louisville. I would go in the gym first thing in the morning, stay in there maybe an hour, come home, chill, then maybe a little after lunch, or maybe I'll go in the evening. No, I wouldn't go in the evening. Maybe around lunchtime I'll go back, beast mode that joint again, come back, and by the time I got back home, it was time for me to go to class, and I did that every single day. I took no days off. I was in that gym 7 days a week. I'm getting it in, but it was like at that time I was 200 and when I was in the Army, I first got in the Army, I had got down to maybe like 170 pounds, 180 pounds, and before I got out, I was probably 209. I got back from that deployment, I was probably like 209, but by the time I officially cleared out and I got settled out and everything, and I hit what I call my rock bottom, I hit like 240, between 240, 250, and I look swollen, like puffy, fat, you know, I call it fat, I was a fat boy, but now I don't know, I guess I'm 275, 280. I look leaner now than I did when I was 240. And I gained weight, and I'm almost 40 pounds heavier. And I look leaner than what I did when I was 40 pounds lighter, which I think is crazy. I'm gonna post some pictures soon, showing you like how I look. And then previously, I had never really talked about my journey before joining the Army. Before I joined the Army, I was a built fat guy. I would curl all day. I'll do this all day, and then as soon as I got done, I'll go straight to McDonald's. I guess that sounds like CT Fletcher, but I will go straight to McDonald's, man, and just eat. I ate McDonald's. Anything with a drive-through, I ate it, and I would curl weights all day and work, you know. But and I joined the Army when I was 29 years old. But I'm gonna give you a little quick summary on that. Me and a friend of mine from back home, we were working at this group home in Burlington, North Carolina, and we went to McDonald's on our lunch break, man. It was like we didn't even say nothing. We were at McDonald's, we were eating, and at the same time, like I just put my food down. he kind of put his down at the same time. And it was like an instant, like, with that, we didn't even talk, we didn't even discuss it. It was like, I know why you put your food down. I know why, you know what I'm saying? We mutually knew why we put our food down, and we both came to that realization, like, this is, what am I doing? Like, I feel like crap. So basically, we started losing weight, but that wasn't, the army didn't even come along at that point. I keep looking, if y'all see me looking over here, I got my dog outside. She running around making sure she don't stray away. But we started losing weight, and when I say that, we didn't go to a gym, we didn't lift any weights, there were no push-ups, no sit-ups. We stuck to the basics. We drank water, started eating fruits, vegetables, and we walked every single day after work. Every day after work, he would come to my crib. We would walk around my neighborhood in Greensboro. I was living in Greensboro, North Carolina. We would walk around the neighborhood where I was living, and then he lived in High Point, North Carolina. And then after work, I'll go to his house, and then go to his crib. And we would walk around his neighborhood. We did that every single day. I think we may have taken Sundays off, but I'm starting to think that we didn't. But anyway, I was probably over 300 pounds at that time. I was well over 300 pounds. But I don't know. I can't even remember how long it took us. It took us less than a year, way less than a year. I'm gonna say 7-8 months. And I probably got down to 220. And that was just by not drinking sodas, no candy. And basically, I cut out sugar. The closest thing to sugar I got to was I couldn't let go of sweet tea. And of course, you know, I'm a country boy, so I couldn't let go of sweet tea. So, you know, but sodas, candy, and fast food, anything that had a drive-through, I didn't go to it. And a big part of my diet, man, I ate Subway. I ate Subway every day. And I didn't eat a foot long. I ate like a 6-inch. I ate that all the time. The little cups of cereal that they sell in the stores. Every morning on the way to work, I would go buy one of those and like a banana and like a granola bar or something. And I ate one of those like every 2 hours when I was at work. And then I hardly ate. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you're that person, I don't know if you're watching this, if you care, whatever. But if you're that person that if you're eating fast food all the time and you try to take a break from it, now I was a guy that ate whatever I wanted at that point. I truly understand how a person that's addicted to drugs or anything, I definitely know their struggle. I compare it because that first, I'm not even gonna say a month, that first 2 weeks that I had to cut out McDonald's, Burger King, all that crap. When I cut it out, the struggle was real. I was in the bed, like, sleeping. My brain was playing tricks on me, like, look, all you gotta do is just get up, just drive up the street, just get you a sandwich from McDonald's, it's gonna be alright. Just come home and eat it, it's gonna be okay. I battled that every single day. Like, I had to go cold turkey from it, and I blocked myself from doing it, and it paid off because I was wearing size 48 pants, and by the time we hit the 7-8 month, I was squeezing in the old pants I had that was like a size 32, 34, something like that. I was squeezing in the old clothes I hadn't touched in a long time. You know what I mean? So I'm on speed along. I know I'm going on and on. I'm rambling. But just one day, me and my buddy, we were just talking like, man, we lost all this weight. Like, we probably could, you know, join the military, you know, and you know, that was a thing of mine. Like, back in the day, I really wanted to do it. But, you know, after high school, I ended up having to go to college. I don't regret that by no means. I ended up having to go to North Carolina A&T in Greensboro, Aggie Pride all day. But I definitely don't regret that by no means. Um, but going to the military was something I really wanted to do. So, long story short, we tried the Air Force first, and the Air Force Air Force recruiter was like going through the whole checklist. When he got to the part when he was like, "You guys got any kids?" Like, nah. Then he was like, "Are you sure?" Like really? Like, sir, I would know if I had a kid or not. Like, what the hell? I mean, he was trying to find every excuse he could to not let us in. But there was another recruiter in Greensboro, man. I cannot remember his name. He was cool, man. He was real cool. And I'm mad I can't remember his name. It's gonna come to me later. But anyway, I couldn't get in. I tried with him later on. I couldn't get in with him because I had to be 180 pounds to get in, and I was 220. But I was like super lean, but I was still 220, which was weird. So my aunt was in the Air Force. She was in the Air Force. She was a nurse in the Air Force for a long time. So I hit her up and told her what I was trying to do. So she was like, "Hey, look, I don't want you to go to the Marines. I don't want you to go to the Army. If the Air Force is acting funny, try the Navy." I was alright, cool. And a friend of mine at work, at the other job where I was working at, named Chris Love, that's my boy. Chris did 20 years in the Navy. Chris was like, "Hey man, come on, let's go to the Navy recruiter." And I almost did it. I almost got in. He took me to the recruiter. They checked out my tattoos and were like, "Are they gang related?" Nah. And the only thing that stopped was me. I stopped the process because I couldn't swim. I didn't know how to swim, and that kind of freaked me out, like, because pushed me in the pool or whatever, and not me not knowing how to swim kind of steered me away. But then I told my aunt, she was like, "Look, you're 29, before you get too old," she was like, just go ahead and do what you got to do. Just go ahead and talk to the Army recruiter." I went to that Army recruiter. I talked to Sergeant Wilkerson and Sergeant Lewis. I'm still cool with them. That's my peoples, though. Still keep in contact with them. They good peoples. I came in, of course, they come up like, "Oh, you on drugs? You sell drugs? You smoke that stuff? Oh, we can do a drug test right now." And they came out with this kit. They kept slapping. And I'm like, "I'll do whatever test you need, bro. What's up?" But anyway, I went to the Army recruiter. Me and the homie was swearing in 2 weeks. But I was so lean. And I had no hair on my face and stuff. And I went to basic. I was so small, man. Like, everybody, drill sergeants, everybody thought I had just came out of high school because I was so small. By the time I left basic and went to AIT, when I finished AIT, I was a buck 75. I was like 175. When I got to Fort Knox, I was like 175, 180. Abs were showing. Crazy. And I was wearing medium shirts. Believe it or not, your boy was wearing medium shirts. You know what I'm saying? And the medium shirts was baggy on me. What was crazy? I think my pants I was wearing like a size 30 at the time. But anyway, that's just enough of me rambling. But it's a whole lot. But I had good times. I had bad times too. But would I do it all over again? You're absolutely right, I would. But that's just a little summary of how I got into the Army. I just had that. I figured since I would talk about, that's what's pushing me now to work out and stuff, because I had that drive before I got in the Army. I had to bust my butt. Rain or shine, it will be raining outside. Me and the homie will be, my boy Terrence. We'll go outside, man. We would go outside and walk after work. Just destined to lose that weight and not look like fat boys anymore. Looking at our pictures, like, man, we look like old men. We were in our late 20s. So we made a big change. I got pictures, man. I'm gonna post those joints. If I got them on my phone, I'm gonna throw them in this video or whatever. So, but anyway, I figure I'll give a little backstory on everything. I kind of got that inspiration from my boy D. Frank, Black Scat Pack. I watched his We Are Mopar video, and he was talking about how it was growing up for him. It's not really how I grew up, but just talking about things, just a small portion of what I went through or whatever. But I wasn't the most popular. I wasn't the most popular person in school. I wasn't the least popular either, but I was probably the quietest guy in the room. You know what I'm saying? I kept to myself. Everybody asked me, and if you ask anybody I went to high school with right now about me, the first thing they're gonna say is that, hey, that was a quiet dude. He didn't say nothing. and if anybody asks me right now, like, why I was so quiet back then, it's because I was thinking of a plan. I was thinking about what I was gonna be doing later on in the future. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's all good. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, do what you gotta do. It's just all about connecting, and you know what I'm saying, and about motivating, man. It's not about getting 10 G's and putting it up to your ear. You know what I'm saying? Boss status. If you got bread like that, if you got money that's easy accessible to reach out and grab it and put it up to your ear, that ain't real money. And the OGs know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this your boy Shaka. I'll catch you.